Hi guys, welcome to my channel Clicks, and this is my first video on the phone specs. And this is my new phone Huawei G8, and it's been more than 1 week I've been using it, and I'm just sharing my review with you guys. And so as I mentioned, it's Huawei G8, and Huawei is not been a full member just yet, but it's gained the most of the follow the clubs. Elaborate exteriors are the thing that defines the brand, and that's not limited to the premium line of the devices. Naturally, using premium materials and adhering to high build standards results in the premium price tag. The mobile scene is quickly changing. Mid-range devices are getting more powerful and feature-rich with every generation. Huawei is genuinely trying to match this one on the outside. The P series and the G series are now really capable of revealing their mate siblings. But this Huawei G8 is a perfect example. It's been following the premium of its Mate S all the way from the rumor mill to the production line, and currently offers the same excellent design and some of the new and exciting features. Even though it's more or less conceived as a more affordable alternative of the Mate S, the handset doesn't really come off as a brilliant compromise. And the main disadvantage of this is that we cannot have a 4K recording, and there is no 60 FPS mode either. It's a non-removable battery, as you can see, and it doesn't have a quick charging support, and it no dual band Wi-Fi also, and it's a no lollipop material design to be found. Just like the Mate, the G8 offers a spacious of 5.5-inch full display with a 2.5 curved edges with a little bit more outside bezel with a 90% metal. The exterior is pretty much the same. And here a closer look at the spec sheet actually reveals some more pleasant surprises. As you can see, the Huawei G8 has a gorgeous profile and looks beautiful, solid all around the metal edges, really add to the premium feel. Despite being thicker than the Mate S, the design and the build quality is good. As already mentioned, the G8 took a lot of cues from all around the Huawei devices lineup. Especially design wise, we can't help but notice that the handset look quite similar to Mate S on the front, and consequently to the Mate F7 before it. Display is also quite wide, leaving almost no side bezels, and comes to an end with a nice 2.5D curvature of the glass. The speaker grill on the top and the Huawei logo on the bottom completes the picture. The back is also quite reminiscent to the Mate S, but you can also see a lot of Mate 7 thrown in the design mix with the flash on the left side, and perhaps with even the Honor 7 with its dual LED setup. The same can be said about the overall control placement, with the side buttons positioned similar to the Mate S but missing the obvious plastic antenna lines. Overall, the G8 carries an unmistakably Huawei design. Despite for a more budget-friendly price segment, the G8 is almost entirely made of metal and build quality, as you can see. As for the color options, you have other, but at this one, what I've liked looks good and premium quality. And when compared side by side, the G8 does undoubtedly appear a bit bulkier, and it feels as the same way too, but this is slightly deceiving observation to make, as reality it is slightly bigger and heavier, and still retains a pretty slim profile. It is slim, and sensation is only intense further in swooping the edges. As already mentioned, the G8 offers a nice amalgam different Huawei traits. The same goes for the controls and the layout. Really out of place, out of measure. Huawei has opted a 5.5-inch full HD panel. As you can see, it is notably bigger than the one of the Honor 7, but quite smaller than the whopping 6.8 inches on the Mate 7. The panel itself is exact same size on the one of the Mate S, only the cheaper IPS model instead of AMOLED. Still, it might look overall small due to the bigger bezels. Huawei current design of choice employs black bezel beneath the front glass, or the ultimate aim of the edge to edge. And you can see, and going around the devices, we find the left side almost entirely bare. It only houses the SIM ejector and with the micro SD with 2 SIM cards, and there's not much else in plain sight on the front of the device. As much a earpiece and a 5 megapixel front facing camera, slightly packed. And there's also proximity LED sensor beside, as you can see with the earpiece. A status LED is also included, although it is practically invisible when off. And on the right side where it is get busier, it still doesn't feel cluttered, and it really shouldn't be. Considering there's only the power button and the volume rockers, both have a nice oval shape and precision cut design. The power button has a the power button is very much in grip, and you could really mistake it for anything else, as it's quite shorter than the volume key. The 3.5 head jack is placed at the top of the device next to its secondary noise cancelling microphone. That is just one example of how Huawei has went about shredding cost of the G8 from really premium features that you are likely not going to miss. The bottom of the Huawei has two symmetrical grills, but only one of them houses a speaker, and the main microphone is hidden under the other. Unlike the Mates, there are two no-screw presents on the bottom, which could mean that the G8 is held together by glue rather than a more advanced assembly. Backside of the Mates offers a slope design for improved handling, and it has a smooth handling. And these are the two plastic antennas inserted in the facilitating reception. Oddly enough, Huawei has went into the two quite large and obvious patches on the top of the bottom, and it has a 13 megapixel camera module on the rear and 5 in the front. And the other quality, you can see the fingerprint sensors have been used for the notification of the new feature, and it's fast enough. As you can see, the moment, and it's also on even when the screen is off, and it's instant, and it's even used to pull down the notification bar, and you can even slide to clear the notifications whatever you have, and you can just slide it down. You can just slide it down to have a notification, slide up to go back, and you can check the specs. Let's see about the phone. It's Huawei and RAM, and it has a 3GB variant. It's a octa-core 1.5, and the resolution is 180 f 1920. And yeah, the build version, model number, and it's up to date. And even we have a fingerprint ID, screen lock and password, smart assistant, do not, and you can even change the display, wallpapers, view mode, and it has quietly new updates also. And you can see the touch response is fast, and you can even touch response is so fast, but okay for 3GB RAM, but not quite one of my favorite ones, because it's a 3GB RAM. You can't expect more from this. You could have only few of them were faster. But when you compare with the other 3GB RAM mobiles with the same processor, you could find this better and for a reasonable price also. So that's it, guys. This is a review about my phone, and hope you like it. Just please subscribe and like my video. Thank you.